All right, let's talk about something we've all felt. You know that moment? The game's on the line, you're about to give that big presentation, that one crucial moment hits, and bam, suddenly your mind just gets so loud. Well, today, we're going to figure out how to shut that voice down and overcome overthinking when it really truly matters. This right here, it just nails the core problem, doesn't it? See, it's usually not a lack of skill that's holding you back. It's this invisible force that just creeps in and steals your ability right when you need it. A thief. And the crazy part is, it's operating inside your own head.
So, the big question is, how do you silence that thief? And that right there is our mission for this whole explainer. We're not just going to talk about the problem. Nope. We're going to find a real, practical, actionable way to stop it dead in its tracks so you can get your performance back. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll identify this performance thief. Then, we'll see how fear hijacks the mind. We'll learn from a master of the moment, Giannis. Then we'll get into how to go from thinking to playing. And finally, we'll touch on the ultimate goal, entering that flow state.
All right, let's kick things off with part one, the silent performance thief. I mean, what does it actually feel like when your mind becomes too loud? When it basically turns into your own worst enemy?
It's like a switch gets flipped inside your head. You know all those smooth, automatic moves you've practiced a million times? Poof, gone. And instead, you're getting this frantic, step-by-step instruction manual screamed at you by a voice in your head. Don't mess this up. Is your elbow right? What are they going to think? And your body just freezes. Why? Because your brain is just way too loud.
So what is actually going on up there when this happens? Because this isn't just a feeling, right? There's a real scientific process that takes over your mind. And it all kicks off with one thing: fear. Think of it like this. You've basically got two brains competing for control. On one side, you've got the thinking brain. This is your analytical side. It's slow, it's deliberate, it's cautious, perfect for when you're practicing or learning. But then you've got the playing brain. This is your instinct. It's fast, it's automatic, and it trusts all that training you've put in. Overthinking, that's just what happens when the wrong brain grabs the steering wheel. And this is how that hijack goes down. It's a really nasty feedback loop. It starts with a critical moment. That triggers the fear of failure, which we all know. That fear then immediately activates the slow, cautious thinking brain. And here's the kicker. As soon as that brain takes over, your instincts, the very thing you need to perform well, they just go silent. You're completely stuck, analyzing everything instead of just acting.
Okay, so how in the world do we break that cycle? Well, for that, let's look at someone who is an absolute master at performing under the brightest lights possible, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, if you've ever watched him play, you know about his super long free throw routine. But here's the thing, it's not just some weird quirk. It's actually a masterclass in how to conquer an overthinking mind right there in real time.
And what he does is, honestly, it's deceptively simple. The master key is just to stay present. Completely anchor yourself in this very moment. You see his routine, that slow walk, the dribbles, that deep breath. None of that is about thinking about the shot. In fact, it's about the exact opposite. It's about not thinking. It's a physical ritual he's created to shut down all that noise. The noise about the last shot he missed or the pressure of the one he's about to take. It just brings him back to the here and now. And that allows his plain brain to finally take over.
Right. Stay present. Sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do that? Well, that brings us to the most practical part of this whole thing, how you can build your very own mental switch to get out of that thinking mode and back into playing mode.
Here it is, a simple 3-step mental switch. Step 1, when that overthinking thought pops into your head, don't fight it, that just makes it stronger. Just acknowledge it. Let it float by like a cloud. Step 2, immediately shift your focus to something physical. Your breath, the feel of the ball, anything. This yanks you right back into the present moment. And then, step 3. You have to consciously decide to trust your training. Trust those thousands of hours you've put in and just let your body take over. It knows what to do. Of course, building that trust, that's a skill all by itself, right? And you build it by practicing under pressure, not just when it's easy. It's about focusing on the process, on the very next step, not obsessing over the final outcome. And it really means reframing how you see mistakes. They're not failures, they're just feedback. And, so important, you have to celebrate those small wins, those little moments where you trusted your gut and it worked.
Now, when you get really good at flipping that mental switch, you unlock the door to something, well, something bigger. The ultimate goal,
The reward for silencing that inner critic is reaching what people call the flow state.
So, what exactly is flow? You've probably felt it before. It's that kind of magical state where time just melts away. You're so completely immersed in what you're doing. It feels almost effortless, but you're performing at your absolute best. There's no space in your mind for doubt or analysis because you aren't thinking, you're just doing.
And here's the thing about flow. You can't force it. It isn't something you can just decide to do. It's the natural result of getting out of your own way. It's that place you get to when you finally shut down that inner critic, that silent thief, and you just let your playing brain run the show.
When you boil it all down, this whole battle is really about one thing: time. See, overthinking doesn't exist in the present moment. It's always either replaying a mistake from the past or it's worrying about some failure in the future. The only power that thief has is its ability to pull you out of the now.
Which of course brings us right back to Giannis. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The present moment, that's where your power is. It's where your instincts are. The second your mind starts to drift to what already happened or what might happen, you're literally just giving all that power away.
So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. Whether it's on the field, in the office, or just in your daily life, that silent thief is always looking for a chance to sneak in. So, where does it show up for you? What is that one crucial present moment that you're going to reclaim by silencing your mind and finally trusting your instincts?